May the 4th be with you.
Ever wondered what Comic-Con Cape Town is all about? Let's dive into the madness. The Cape Town International Convention Centre was transformed into a pop culture paradise. We chatted with Michael Trucco, DJ Elliot, plus Zach Aguilar. Cape Town showed up and showed out for the champ, Mike Tyson. The stall brought bold flavour, knockout vibes, and the unmistakable energy of Iron Mike right to the floor. Fans flocked to get their hands on exclusive Tyson 2.0 merch. Think you have what it takes to survive Squid Game? Comic-Con Cape Town put fans to the ultimate test. The Cape Town Convention Centre was transformed into a surreal Squid Game playground. The Netflix sensation came to life with interactive games and set recreations that had fans living out the show's intense challenges.
Green light. Red light.
Whether you fancy yourself a red light, green light master, or a Dalgona Candy Pro, this experience had it all.
I am playing as Dallas from Payday, specifically Payday 2.
So I'm cosplaying Madoka from Madoka Magica, Puella Magica, and you can tell.
And I'm cosplaying Spider-Man from Amazing Spider-Man.
Hello, I'm KJ. I'm also known as Forest Critter Cosplay on TikTok and Mossy Tree Stump on Instagram. I'm dressed as Husk from Hasbin Hotel today.
So I am Guts from Berserk, and it's from the Golden Age. So big sword, hopefully next year the sword's even bigger.
I wanted to be the White Rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. We just made it to Cute Rabbit though. We didn't get further than that today.
Well, I'm a gender-bent Juliet from Lollipop Chainsaw. Yeah, it's an old horror game, yeah.
And how much did it cost for you to put together?
So this is actually, the mask itself was made by a friend of mine. It cost around $800 to plaster it all together. The suit is my matric dance suit, funnily enough. So that was another, we'll call it like 6K. And the shotgun is about 4K. So yeah, around a 10,000+ rand kit right here.
How much did it cost you?
How much is this costing? Cost me about 1.3, I think? 1.3.
Mine costed about 1,500.
So I was lucky enough that a friend actually made a lot of the props, like my hat and my ears and my tail. So I'm not exactly sure how long it took to get made, but I managed to get it at a really good price since they were my friend. The tie and everything else is kind of just stuff I had lying around at home.
Oh, my costume, with the chainsaw and everything, cost 1,550.
Probably like $800.
Yeah, probably about $500. Old yoga mat cut up and a broom cut off the handle, so pretty much get creative as you can be.
And what is your day-to-day job?
I'm actually a junior developer for an IT company.
So I work at an adoption organization, so I get rescue dogs adopted.
And I am a recruitment advisor. I help nurses get jobs.
I work in Web3.
I'm a panel beater and mechanic, yeah. So.
I train bodyguards.
It makes sense.
You know what it is, your Access Entertainment Cassio D Nova out here at Comic-Con with the one and only Michael Trucco. How you doing?
I'm doing really good, man. That was a nice intro. Thank you for that.
I was afraid of going down the list in terms of the projects you've been in, because it's so much. It's so much. Obviously, you're here for Battlestar Galactica. That's a classic, right? How does it feel so many years and people are still interested? People still want to see you. People want to meet you. And just talk about that.
Listen, these things happen very rarely in a career where you get to be part of something that's considered legacy television. I think something about Battlestar struck the culture, the zeitgeist of the culture at the time in 2005, 2006. It really struck a chord. It's timeless, you know. I mean, it's a kind of, it's sci-fi. Of course, that's the setting, but the themes are timeless, and I think that's why that show still resonates. I think the performances were amazing from you know, Edward James almost all the way on down. I think it was an unexpected show. I think people were expecting something a little glossier, and what Ron Moore did with Battlestar Galactica is extraordinary. And I think, you know, to be part of Legacy that long, we're 20 years, almost 20 years going on.
And that's so true, because with sci-fi too, just tapping in terms of politics, tapping in terms of religion of it, that's really amazing, right? And in terms of fans, right, we at Comic-Con, right? What is the most surprising request or question you've ever received from a fan?
Boy, that list is long and distinguished of strange requests or strange. You know, we get a lot of questions and a lot of panels. They usually follow the same pattern. When did you find out you were a Cylon? Spoiler alert if you haven't seen it. Sorry. But I think somebody once asked us what was the most. There was something about. Somebody asked a question about Katie and I, who my co-star Starbucks.
Your wife. Your TV wife.
Exactly, I call her my TV wife. And they were asking about the love scenes. And I think somebody asked if we ever got aroused during our love scenes. And I was like, what a wildly inappropriate.
Sorry, I need to know. I need to know that.
I pled the Fifth Amendment.
Pled the Fifth.
That's a damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of question, because you're like...
Exactly, and you're a married man now.
So. Exactly. So I think somebody asked us that. I was like, wow, that's a strange thing to ask. But I was like, you know what? The honest answer is, most of the times, you're doing a love scene. It's a choreographed scene. It's a choreography. It's a fight scene.
By the way, did you know there's actually deleted scenes on YouTube? And it's quite graphic.
Oh, yeah. If it was Eddie's episode, if Eddie almost was directing it, it was definitely graphic, yeah.
Yeah. And we got a little segment. It's called, This is a List of My Favorite Things, right? Just a couple of questions. Answer to the best of your ability. If you can't get to the answer, just say pause. Ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Favorite movie?
Goodfellas.
Favorite series?
Breaking Bad.
Favorite actor?
Oh, that's so tough. I'm going to go on a limb and say...
My highlight of Comic-Con so far was definitely this group meetup. It's so nice to see everyone dressed up as the characters from the show, and also a lot of them are my friends, so it's really nice to do something all together.
You know it is, your Access Entertainment cast your D Nova out of here with the one and only DJ Elliot. How you doing?
Hey man, I'm doing fantastic. How about you?
I'm good, man. It's an honor. I see you every year, and I must say, one of the best hosts ever.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I mean, I figure it's just the sexy American accent that people appreciate. I'm very easy to understand. I'm articulate.
I gotta ask you, man. Every year, you got an outfit. It's out of this world. It's Comic-Con. Who makes it for you? Where'd you get this?
Man, I go to this really crazy place called the Internet. And there's a place called Etsy. I don't know if y'all.
Oh, Etsy.
and then I look at the like custom suits, and then I steal the logo illegally offline because they won't hand it to me. And then I'm like, hey, we need this. So
it's like so cool. Like every year you got something that fits Comic-Con. It's always bright. It's always out there. It's always unique. I gotta ask you, if you could pick like any costume other than this incredible stuff, what would it be?
You see, that's weird because like I'm not a costume guy. Like I do the suits because, you know, I'm the clown, I'm the distraction. And also when you wear stuff like this, and you know you're wearing some when you wear normal clothes and a baseball cap, nobody knows it's you. They just kind of look at you like, do I know that guy? No, what I'm really into, my little weird side hobby that I have is I kind of got into cosplay in a weird way, which was by building movie cars. So if I had to pick like a movie car to drive every day, which I don't drive it every day, but it would be a DeLorean time machine. So
interesting. Back to the Future. Yeah, interesting. We got a little segment. It's called This is a List of My Favorite Things. Just a couple of questions, random questions, right? Answer.
I like that idea.
Answer to the best of your ability. If you can't think of it, just say pause. Ready?
You got it.
Favorite movie?
Favorite movie is Back to the Future.
Favorite animation?
Favorite animation would be Emperor's New Groove from Disney.
Favorite series?
My favorite series right now, it is currently Andor.
Favorite actor?
My favorite actor, Christopher Lloyd.
Favorite musical artist?
Favorite musical artist, ooh, me.
Okay. That's kind of like a cheat code because you are a DJ, but okay. Favorite song?
Oh, favorite song, Ain't No Mountain High Enough by Tammy and Terrell.
Oh, that's a classic.
That's the best song of all time.
A classic. Favorite book?
Favorite book? See, I don't read a lot, but I would say maybe...
Favorite comic book then?
Ooh, comic book would be any graphic novel, any adaptation of anything that has been live action.
And you seem like a wise man. Favorite inspirational quote?
Win if you can, lose if you must, but by all means cheat. And if you're not winning, you're not cheating hard enough.
I don't know about that, kids.
Highlight of Comic-Con is being able to embody characters that you are passionate about, and also just being able to see the creative spirit of everyone in Cape Town in a format that you don't usually get to experience.
Meeting new friends, meeting new people, and just having fun. Do what you want and look good while doing it.
I love seeing the characters come alive, so having been a nerd my whole life, yeah, always enjoy it.
You know what it is, your entertainment Cassio Dean over out here at Comic-Con with the one and only Zach Aguilar. How you doing?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Cape Town, I assume it's your first time, right?
Yeah, it's my first time ever in all of South Africa.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And how is it so far?
It's absolutely beautiful out here. It's been incredible.
And in terms of vibe, Comic-Con, right? Last year I was here, I think I saw one person like in a Demon Slayer outfit, but this year is just like Tanjiro everywhere, right?
A few people cosplaying Tanjiro, you know.
And have you met a few in terms of fans?
I have met so many people. Yeah, no, it's been crazy. Absolutely, like I'm so humbled by this experience, you know, to see people even all the way out here too in South Africa, just coming out to meet me. It's amazing.
And obviously you've done a lot of Comic-Con events. I gotta ask you, what is the weirdest request you've ever gotten?
Yeah, so one time a man came up to me with a very tight shirt on and he said,
Sign my chest.
and he his hands like this and he ripped open his shirt. And then I proceeded to sign that man's chest.
You probably made his day. It could be a tattoo now. You never know.
People have done that. Seriously, I have signed like legs. People get like Demon Slayer tattoos on their arms, and they'll have me like sign their arm, and then they come back the next day and be like, "Dude, look, I got it tattooed." I'm like, that's crazy.
That's pretty cool when you think about it. We got a little segment. It's called This is a List of My Favorite Things. Just random questions. Answer to the best of your ability. If you can't think of the answer, just say pause. Ready?
Okay.
First one, favorite movie?
Chronicle.
Favorite series?
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I was gonna say favorite anime.
Naruto. Oh wait, no, that's not true. Your Lie in April.
Favorite actor?
Robert Downey Jr.
Favorite musical artist?
Linkin Park.
Favorite song?
Pause. I don't know.
Favorite person?
My mom.
Good answer.
Sorry, Dad.
Favorite guilty pleasure?
Hot Cheetos.
Oh, yeah. Interesting. Favorite conspiracy theory?
Probably something to do with aliens. I don't know.
Yeah, I still don't know about that. Then, favorite book?
Cirque du Freak.
Yeah, favorite inspirational quote?
Pause. I don't know any good quotes. I don't know. I see a million good inspirational quotes, but I'm just bad at remembering.
Favorite curse word?
Favorite curse word? Probably fuck.
Nice one. Then just to touch in terms of voice acting, right? They say 97% of communication is like your body, right? Yeah. So I'm just curious in terms of voice acting, how much does your body play a part in that? Are you expressive? And
It plays a huge part. Yeah, like whenever I'm going through the scenes and I'm running, because, you know, my characters will be running through a scene. It's like, how do you sound like you're running? Well, you kind of have to like start moving in the booth, but you can only move so much because if you start moving a lot, then it starts making extra sound on the microphone, and you can't have that at all. The audio engineers will kill you if you do that. So, not to mention the mics we use are like insanely expensive. So yeah, I'm always moving. I'm always doing my best to move like my arms and stuff. Can't really move your legs a lot though, because it'll make the noise on the microphone. So yes, very, very expressive.
In terms of what's the most challenging scene?
Most challenging scene?
Highlight of Comic-Con has definitely been taking pictures with everyone. Absolutely amazing to be called the wrong character from the wrong game. Absolute peak. The main thing that I love though is just hanging out with everyone, making new friends and goofing off. It's the best part of everything.
You know it is, your access entertainment, Cassio, D Nova out here at Comic-Con with the legendary Mark Palmer. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys doing? Excuse my look.
I'm good.
I haven't had a wax in a while.
What inspired the outfit, man?
Well, I'm a Star Wars geek and a Star Wars nerd. I grew up with the original trilogy. I fell in love with the original trilogy. And as I got older, I decided, you know what, I collected all the toys. Now I want to become the toy.
And this is not your first outfit. I saw 2 days ago you had something else.
I've got Darth Vader as well, the full screen accurate Darth Vader from A New Hope. And I've also got Darth Maul as well from A Phantom Menace. So yeah, so my wife accepts what I do. Patience.
You gotta have patience if it's a comedian, eh?
At the end of the day, you know, there's a little child inside me, and if I let him die, then, you know, I've got to keep him alive.
Is that the most important thing with comedy?
Well, comedy, you know, comedy is finding the funny, finding joy, bringing laughs, bringing happiness. I don't do the kind of comedy where I'm trying to pass a message on, I'm trying to change people's lives. I just want to make them laugh, make them smile. You know, if they walk out and their bellies are hurting, their jaws are aching, and their makeup is run, then I've done my job.
And you got a reputation for clean comedy, funny but clean comedy. Was that like a conscious decision?
Well, I mean, when my career started, I would say anything and everything. I would make sailors blush back in the day. And then, you know, I just decided that everyone was doing that kind of thing. And there was a market out there, an untapped market of people that appreciate someone that has the skill to make them laugh without having to resort to the lowest common denominator.
That's true, and it's difficult for some people to keep it clean, right?
100%, you know. But you know, a lot of times, you know, when you drop the F-bomb or whatever it might be, it's almost as a crutch. You're using it to sort of just, you know, find your feet and get your momentum going again for your set, to try and, you know, as a form of exclamation. I don't tell any comic what they can or what they can't say. I believe everyone should say what they want. You just, you know, accept the consequences of what you're going to say. So if you're going to decide that your career is one where you're going to just load it with cuss words and talk about vulgar material all the time, you're going to narrow down your audience. You know, you're going to only have a small amount of people that you're going to appeal to. Whereas if you leave it a lot more open, you appeal to a lot broader population.
And man, we got a podcast, right? It's called the Dressing Room Podcast, and we interviewed KG, right? KG Mohali, and he actually told us that you were actually his mentor.
When he started his career, man, he came to me and I was there with him and at some gigs in the very beginning, and I guided him through some stuff, and he's now a phenomenal comic. He did a gig with me last night. I put a gig on for the Red Cross Children's Hospital. We sold it out. KG closed the show last night, man, and when I left South Africa, he was a good comic. He's a freaking great comic.
He's amazing, man. And just to touch in terms of like for young comics out there, what are the tips? Well, what tips can you give to young comics out there?
As much stage time as possible. You know, don't let a a good gig. Sorry, don't let a good gig go to your head. Don't let a bad gig go to your heart.
The highlight, I'd say, is getting to get photos with everyone. Like, everyone's so excited to see us and everything. It's amazing.
I definitely agree with that. And also you meet so many like-minded people, which is the greatest thing about Comic-Con.